welcome back to the channel on this day of mourning. Jesus. Like, what happened last night? You know, go to half time and 5 minutes in, I'm up and about, nearly got the lipstick out, and then bang. Oh, now Mike Tyson come out, 1-2, good night, bang. Oh, fuck me. So I'll have a bit of a review, see where I think it went wrong. Let me know how you go, but Jesus, it's some disappointing stuff. We'll take some positives, but we'll see how we go. Well, let's have a look at a few stages of the game. Let's talk stoppages first. I thought the first half, we were real good. We were real good first half around stoppage. We were in and about, getting it out, feeding it out the back and then moving forward. We were taking our opportunities. Pitto was doing real well, really crashing into Grundy and doing his bit. Like, the goals, kick 3 goals is something that shouldn't happen every week, and if we're relying on that, then we're in trouble. But as I said in the preview, it'll go a long way, and when he was on Pitto and he was doing his bit, he was really good. Towards the end of the game, sort of like Grundy got the better of him. Grundy with 45 hit-outs, 14 to advantage. I'd say that's a win to Pitto, and especially with the 3 goals. And Grundy didn't do a whole lot in transition, so big tick to Pitto. And he give our mids a chance now. Cripper was there having a go, but when the Swans were up and about, and they were clean, they were moving through stoppage, he was chasing us, and he was no chance of catching Gould and Heaney and Warner, and he unfortunately looked slow, the big man. We need to figure out a way where he's not the one chasing us out the front of stoppage, because he's so valuable in there, and later months he'll be good, but while she was dynamic in there, Jagger he'll be better for the run. He'll definitely be better for the run, I think. I liked Zach Williams in there with a bit of pace, especially early, but that didn't persist. Cooper Lord off the wing. George Hewitt. Didn't really see a lot of George, but he was in and under, doing his bit, but like wasn't last year's standard, and they probably thought about it a bit more. And once Jordan went to Walsh, he sort of limited his freedom at the stoppage, so they sort of took over, and once they were clean, and Goulden went in there, and they were just flicking it about and pinpointing, we looked slow, we looked ordinary, and it really hurt us. Stoppages in our defence is always a big issue. We're just too loose down there. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, but that needs to be looked at big time. We can't be allowing that. And them getting first juice in that third quarter was big. Couple of free kicks hurt us, but ultimately we definitely had our chances from stoppage in that first half. But in the second half, we just got smashed like real bad in stoppage and transitioning away and scores. So time to go to work to there. We'll always beat teams up with contested possession, but that stoppage and that pure clearance from stoppage, we need to A, stop it, and B, we need to be doing a lot more of it ourselves. Ball use, we definitely had the better of it in the first half. And it is a tale of 2 halves, but we had them under pressure. They were really fumbling. They were looking jittery. They weren't really chaining with handball either, and they were kicking a fair bit more early. They were hacking out of stoppage, or they were hacking out of the back line due to pressure. You could see that there was some trouble there, because they tend to get this person goal side of us and in between our next bloke. So they're sort of there, and once the bloke in front of them comes up, they're free to run. And if that bloke in front of them doesn't come up and put immediate pressure on, then it's too late. He's going to come up, and it keeps going Jody Goose. And they found a lot of freedom. in the first half, we had that bit of wall there. The second half, we just weren't set up. We were trailing them. It was left to a couple in the middle, and it was just like Swiss cheese. It was like the old three-way handball in the middle when you got two blokes there and a trainer, and you're just pinging it around. And then when they got out, they used it a lot better, and Goulden was a big factor in that. Heaney come to life, but pressure wasn't existing in the second half like it was the first half. We were moving it well from defence to the forward 50, and we'll get to that in a minute, the forward 50 entries, fuck me, but tale of two halves. I think we still looked a little bit better ball use, but that second half we sort of went into our shell, bombing it, felt pressured. Whether we ran out of legs, we may have, but they just looked the superior team in that third quarter. And once they got on a roll, we didn't have any answers, and we looked like limp dicks in the middle. Like, we were real bad. There was no sturdiness, no shape, no setup behind the ball. So, what we had in the first half, you could see it. We played a bit of tempo. We would go quick, and it was great. But then we would also chip it around and hold the ball, and we just didn't chip it around. We didn't do that in the second half, and it was fucking pitiful to watch. It really was. It was hard watch. Watching it again was it was like getting my eyes poked out with a spoon. Fuck. But, there's positives there as well. The ball use from defence is great. I really liked it. That first half shows where we can be, and we'll come up against a lot of sides lesser than us and in the same bracket where we can sort of really put to the sword. But Swans are another level, I think, so we'll see how we go, but we don't want too many bloody 13-goal quarters, do we? Let's get to the big topic, though, with ball use and ball movement. The forward line just, fucking make me rip my beard instead of stroking it. We're still getting to 60 and just bombing it. Like, we're running free, and it was the massive difference. If Sydney did bomb it, it was to an advantage. Or they were lowering the eyes and they were hitting it. And it gave our backs no chance. Whereas we're running free, I've seen it. Benny Ainsworth, as much as I love him, could have chipped it into space. I can't remember. It might have been Elijah Hollands, and he just needed to run onto it. Tried for goal, cut off. Even Jagger, running inside 50, just needed to give the handball. Wanted the goal. Ollie Hollands, bombing it again. Cooper Lord, bombing it again. Even Cripper, just bombing it. Walshy lowers his eyes, but sometimes can dribble it. Jagger's really usually good from what I've seen, finding that chip. We just got to find that forward 50 connection. We're fucking up here like Statues of Liberty, just pointing. Get on the move, lead into space, lead out of space, do something. But we're just all statuing and just wanting it bombed in, and that's fine when there's pressure. But move, give them an option. If they do burn you, the coaches need to come over the top, because we burn early, and then fucking there was just Statues of Liberty everywhere. Fucking, it wasn't good viewing. Once we got in there, we went to work a fair bit. Pito kicking 3 goals sort of masked over some really, really big worries. Liam Reid, he's not a forward. Fuck him off. He's not ready right now. In fact, I shouldn't say fuck him off, but he for a bloke his size, it just pisses me off that he doesn't throw it around. Throw it around, son. Crash some packs. Do something. He just didn't do enough. You got to get him out. He didn't do enough in the ruck either. If he's playing against Logan McDonald, I think he had 2 hit-outs to advantage. We had 6 hit-outs to advantage the whole game, which is a problem. But he's taken on Logan McDonald. If Logan McDonald's a forward, he should be putting it down our throat all the time, Reedy, but no. So I think Hock's got to come in, get him in there. I am a big fan. I am probably a bit biased, but I would say get him in. I think that forward line needs a lot of work. It still needs a lot of work. Ainsworth and Hayward will pressure and run their guts out and use the ball. Lige looked a lot better. Wasn't shooting the lights out, but he can use it, and he seemed to be working hard. Moya just looked a bit deer in the headlights. The talent's there. I think just needs to build a bit of confidence, and whether that's in the twos in the VFL, I don't know. Fogg just didn't bring enough pressure in the second half, and he just doesn't get on it on the end of it. Papley stood out because he does both. So transition from the back half, good. Once it gets over the centre line, shithouse, and it's the same old tale. And we drop our bundle a bit quick there last night. It wasn't any good at all. It just wasn't. I said in the preview about turning our toes up. Well, fuck, we turned them up. We turned them up in that third quarter, and we didn't have any answers. We didn't want to pressure. We didn't want to chase. Whether that's fitness, gassed, overcome with emotion, and took it out of us. But you know, it is what it is. Right, let's get to the best players, and fuck me, there's not too many. Walshy's the clear standout. Walshy battled his guts out. 32 touches, multiple clearances, worked through the James Jordan tag. I think he's, like I said in my preview, I think he's in for a big year. We'll shit in our best and fairest at this rate by looking at that. And yeah, he deserves all the glaze he gets at the minute. Walshy was superb. Pitto done his job. Pitto done his bit. I would have liked a bit more continuity in the middle, Quellen, Grundy in that second half, but can't blame Pitto. He dominated that first half. He's kicked three. His hit out to advantages weren't as many as you'd like. He only got 4, but compared to Grundy 14. But I knew that going in, so yeah, he done his bit. I thought Florent was solid. He showed a bit. He definitely showed a bit of grit and a bit of determination, some scuffles. Lord was good. No tackles for Lord though. Like we're just sitting him out. He said pressure. He should have went to Goulden. We'll talk about that in a minute. Weeders, I thought was solid. I think I don't care if you could have Matthew Scarlett and Stephen Silvani with no fucking rules, and Charlie still would have kicked 3 in that third quarter. The way it was coming down, it was a backman's nightmare. Yeah, that's fucking nightmare fuel stuff. Jagger was solid. I thought young Dean didn't look out of place. I think he'll be better for the run. He's got that grit and determination. He's going to be a great player long term. Really liked what Chesser did. He was solid. He didn't shoot the lights out, but I can see where it's going. I think he'll be a solid acquisition for us. I'd really, really look forward to seeing him through the rest of the year, and I think he'll surprise a few. Sydney, Heaney, Warner, Goulden. McInerney was the real big surprise. Jumped up, kicked 3, really dominated. He was just let run loose, really. Like, how many times was he found loose in the forward 50 or in the middle? Like, he was just a forgotten man, and he paid toll. Like, he's been a solid player for Sydney for so long, and maybe just a working bee, but geez, we forgot about him. And Roberts on the wing. He didn't get a lot of it, 18 touches, but geez, they were pretty solid and damaging when he did. Kicked a couple. And McCartan probably just had a lot of help, but done the job on Harry, kept him goalless, and yeah, done his bit. Much love to every Carlton supporter out there, and get out, see the therapists. It's character building. They say pressure creates diamonds. Well, fuck it. Nice. Supporting this club it builds pressure, builds a lot of character. But anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll see you on the next one.